Welcome to the Ultimate Fantasy Locker Room, guys. And we're here, we're back, and we're ready to talk some football. Mark.
Talking football.
Rocky, how's it going?
It's going good, man.
It's going good. I actually feel like a little bit of a DJ when I'm, flipping the knobs.
You got better at the fade out because we're still going.
Yeah.
You didn't do the hard cut.
I live, I learn.
You look like a DJ in that shirt.
Let's talk about that shirt for a minute.
Flipping the knobs.
This shirt is the most amazing thing that I own.
I'm not going to lie. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. I mean, I have a great affinity for Teddy Roosevelt, and he's a man's man to me.
Yeah.
And on this shirt, he's
not a big
riding.
fan. I'm not a big fan.
I don't think you know what he did for us if you're not a big fan.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
I seen Night at the Museum, okay?
Did you? Yeah. Anyways, so what's up with you guys? How's your week going?
It's going good, man. Had the twins turned 6 yesterday, so we had a nice
happy birthday.
Yeah. Shout out to the twins, Brooks and Fiona. Love you guys.
Okay, so you're talking about your kids. Those
My
are the
kids.
twins.
No, they're the twins. No, like Doublemint twins or anything like that.
So,
unfortunately.
Yeah, Mark texted me this morning and says he was kind of bragging about how quickly they got through surgeries, and I was like, is speed like?
Yeah.
Is that like what you're after, or is it like?
It is and it isn't.
Okay.
So, I mean, you want to please everybody, right? So it's good for the patient. It's good for the doctor to get through quickly. But you're also, there's parameters where you're as safe as you possibly can be.
All right. So it's
a safe environment.
Speedy and safe.
Yeah.
All right.
We're good like that.
Hopefully.
So any news? Because I got a bit of news, and this is a player that's very near and dear to me. Maybe he's burned me a few times, but I don't know if you guys heard, but Kerryon Johnson has been cut by, I messed that up, right?
Sorry, Rocky's trying to hit a drop. He's very excited. You know what? We're going to give him a chance.
He worked on this. This is the reason why we're taping late.
We're going to take that back. Just start over.
You'll get it this
time.
I
talk about flicking knobs, and then I do that. So anyways, this is a drop I'm supposed to be doing, right? So Kerryon Johnson, right? He burned me big time. I fully bought into his hype. Thought he was going to be just the next big thing.
Yeah.
And he got cut today by Detroit. So they have moved on, right?
I mean.
So that's big news.
Are you surprised?
So here's it. So
I guess I'm surprised he got cut, but.
I mean, when you come into the season so hyped and you lose your starting gig to 72-year-old Adrian Peterson.
But
maybe you're cut the following year. Just saying.
But there's still hope. Still hope because he was picked up by America's team, Antone's former team.
Now Rocky got both of those drops. He could go die now after he got those drops off.
I did. But anyways, so it is exciting. Like, do you feel like, because last year, it seemed like he got hurt in his first year, came back, was constantly running with some kind of brace on, which he's never taken off since.
Yeah.
So do you think, is this a good signing by the Eagles? Is it?
I think he gets cut again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they have Sanders. They drafted Gainwell out of Florida.
Boston Scott's still there, right?
Boston Scott, and they brought back Jordan Howard. I mean,
yeah, and in
there's
a league,
full stable.
In a league where Jordan Howard has a spot, I gotta believe that Kerryon Johnson can still.
Man,
Jordan Howard's a lot more productive than Kerryon Johnson ever was.
How dare you?
Jordan Howard, honestly, is probably one of the most underappreciated, decent backs in recent history. I mean, he had some phenomenal seasons in Chicago, and then was just cut out of the picture, and then he just fades away.
He was a very pedestrian back.
I don't know if he's pedestrian.
Yeah, very pedestrian. He had one solid.
Give me a comparison.
I think you know why Rocky got burned by him.
Carlos Hyde.
That's why.
That's what I would say.
But Hyde's still productive too.
I mean,
which is crazy.
He's a good waiver wire pickup if you're desperate.
I agree.
Okay.
That's fair. I mean, trust me, I'm not drafting Jordan Howard in any leage and putting him in it.
I feel like you are.
I'm not waiting until 12:58 to see is it raining in Philly? Because if not, then Jordan Howard is going in over Dalvin Cook. It's not happening.
I actually got stuck there.
So what are we talking about today, guys?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so here's what the setup is.
I think we went wayward. We went wayward.
Can you do me a
son.
favor, Rock? Can DJ? Can you turn
DJ.
turn our gain up a little bit? Because I feel like it's a little low. Yeah.
So okay, you want our volume?
I want her loud. I want her right in my ear.
Wait, mine's still low. What's up with that?
On purpose. Yeah, he's using industry terms. Gain. I got volume and on off. Tell me
you
what
said knobs.
Yeah. So okay. Anyways, today what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about the way too early fantasy football predictions for the 2021 season.
Bold predictions.
Absolutely bold.
Oh, so bold.
Let's get bold.
Bold and
as
spicy.
Bold as my shirt.
Like a good wing.
Not as bold as Phil's Travis Kelce sleeper pick last season. But that
didn't happen. But
I mean, Phil went on a ledge. You just keep bringing that up.
He's like, I think maybe you might want to get Kelce into your lineup.
All I know is you guys check the DMs on TikTok?
No.
I won some guys some leagues last year. That's all I'm saying.
With
No, not with Kelce, because I didn't pick him as a sleeper.
You kind of did.
But
kind of did.
I mean, Cole Beasley got a lot of guys in the playoffs.
And you have people thank you on the DM?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
For Cole Beasley?
Yeah.
Nice.
God, he's jealous.
I
Do you
feel
see
like
that?
that's what you wanted.
Do you feel that hate?
No, man.
Oh, my God.
Dude, I give you props. On air.
I don't need your props, man.
All right. Then
Okay, you keep your props.
Then edit that out.
Okay.
Put it in a bag.
So
stick it in the fridge. Don't eat it.
Getting us back on task, right? So each one of us is going to share 3, 4, depending on the time, maybe a couple more, and we're going to talk about why we're making the prediction. And I think they are all pretty bold, at least that we talked about prior. So, Mark, your hat's very distracting, but if I can get past a little cowboy hat on your hat.
The hat on the hat?
The hat on the hat. If you want to start us with...
you start us, man.
Sure. Let's start with my highest rated player. So not so bold in the fact that obviously this guy's going to go early on, but bold in the fact that I am definitely drafting him in my top 5 running backs. I've actually drafted him. Again, I do a lot of leagues, so I've drafted him ahead of Kamara, ahead of Barkley, in some leagues, just because I want to, switch it up, get some variety. But JTT, I think Jonathan Taylor is going to have a tremendous year this year. I think that's all right.
Denied.
Because I think that they did bring Mac back. Mac's solid. I think he'll be able to spell Taylor maybe every 3, 4 set, every 3rd, 4th set of downs. I think Hines is still there. But it seemed like at the end of the year, they were really tailoring Jonathan, if you will, to...
Wow, that's a pun.
You like that?
Not really.
To being their every down back, because we've talked about it so many times that he, the knock was he couldn't catch in college, even though Rocky said that he's watched a lot of the games and he could catch. He had a lot of targets, man.
Yeah, he did.
And if he starts to pull away from Nyheim Hines was the 3rd most targeted running back in football last year. I don't know if people realize that, but the 3rd most targeted running back. Mm-hmm. So now you bring in Carson Wentz, so a formidable quarterback that's slightly elusive behind a stud offensive line. He's got some weapons there on the outside now. Hopefully everybody's healthy. Hopefully it opens that offense up. Then you got Jonathan Taylor, who's proven that he can catch the ball and he can run between the tackles with that stud offensive line. I think he's primed for a huge year. I really do. I like him a lot. That's the reason why I'm reaching for him. It's one of those gut feelings where I'm like, you know what? I think he's going to be better than Barkley. I think he can be better than Kamara. I think he's better. He's going to put up better fantasy numbers than Henry, and he's right up there for me. I mean, I love getting Dalvin Cook because I think Dalvin Cook's a complete back, but he's right there, man. Outside of CMC, I think he's right there. So with that being said, last year, 15 games, 1,100 yards, 36 receptions, another 300 yards, 12 touchdowns. I'm going to boldly predict that they're going to go to him mainly as a 3rd-down back. I mean, a 3-down back, rather. He's going to have 300 carries. He's going to pull some receptions away from Hines. I think he's going to have 55-plus receptions, and I'm putting him down for at least 18 touchdowns this year.
Wow.
I think he's going to be.
What do you think?
I think he's going to be good.
Another one.
I feel like I died and was resurrected. That took so long. Jesus. The hell, man.
Oh, I like that pun, too.
3 minutes to
Died
say
and
what we've been
resurrected.
saying for
Jesus.
We've been talking about JTT for like 3 months, how good he is. It's not bold at all.
Are you putting him in your top 3 backs, though?
I think this is retribution.
Maybe. I think we said that last time.
That's not maybe's not an answer.
It's not bold.
Our people want answers.
I think we still
Putting
have
him
that
ahead
up.
of Kamara is definitely putting him ahead of Barkley. That's bold.
No, it's not.
Putting him in line with Cook is very bold.
I don't know if
I'll
it's
say
that bold.
And I also think 18 touchdowns is very
18 touchdowns is bold.
Yeah. So, okay.
But Barkley, I mean, are we
it's
figuring
coming.
Barkley into, I mean.
Barkley is still ADP third
Yeah.
player third to fourth player taken off the board.
Well,
yeah, but you feel
I
better.
agree to disagree.
I would feel better taking JTT than Barkley only because
The
injury
injury
history.
history.
You know.
Yeah.
All right. Phil, why don't you go next? What do you got for a bold?
I don't even know where I want to go after that. I'm just messing with you, man.
I need a soundboard over here.
Yeah, dude, make sounds. Yeah. So my bold call is Tyler Higbee being a top 5 tight end.
Okay. I like
All right?
that one.
Reasonings here. Real simple. When he played without Everett last year, he was very productive. Everett leaves. He's abandoning 61 targets. Better quarterback. And that's basically it. I think the usage is going to be there. There's really nobody else there to challenge him for snaps, at least looking at it right now. And I think he has the talent. I mean, he was a little overhyped coming out, but I still think he has the talent. And he's just in a better situation.
New quarterback, right?
Yeah, as I said, a better
An
upgraded
upgraded
quarterback.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And then hopefully you get a healthy cup back. You know, Robert Woods, Cam Akers, if they factor him in more this year, obviously they will. I want to disagree with you just because you're a jerk and I want to
Go for it. I don't care.
But I've been taking a lot of shit in my fantasy drafts because I've been drafting Tyler Higbee up high for that reason.
Yeah.
I think Higbee has the capability of being a top 5 tight end. Fringe. It's going to be close. Can he put in that kind of production? I don't know, but
So you're talking Kelsey, Waller, a healthy Kittle.
healthy Kittle.
That's
Pitts.
rarefied air, right?
Pitts, Andrews, like
maybe,
you're
but
right
Andrews
up
is
there.
a big touchdown guy, so
Yeah. But I mean, that is a big.
he could fall in or out. I feel like. I think the top 3. I want to see. We haven't seen Kittle. I mean,
Yeah, we haven't.
we got to see what Kittle is.
I think.
I mean, we know what Kittle is, but
well, we knew what
I'm still a
Kittle
little
was.
hesitant to slot him in with Kelsey and Waller right now.
The one thing that I do love about Kittle, because I know we're having some injury concerns, you know that dude was supposed to be out for the remainder of the season last year, and he came back with 2 weeks to play,
Yeah.
even though didn't have to.
Yeah.
And he was like, he seems to be a pretty tough dude. I think it's going to take a very strong injury to really keep him out of games.
Hey, slide over a little bit, all right?
You want me to slide over?
Might get you more in the frame. See that pretty mug.
Slide into his DMs.
Okay.
Wow.
Is that better?
Yeah.
All right.
Anything. Don't say that again. All right. What about you, Rocky?
All right. So I'm going to make. I think this is the boldest
Of course you do.
of all the takes so far.
Yep.
Something that's got to be Cleveland related.
No, it's not Cleveland related. It's James Conner will be a running back one next year with Arizona. And here's why. There's a lot of people, including Mark, who have a serious
Hard on.
hard on for Chase.
Yeah.
I mean, no doubt.
It's warranted.
I don't know if it is though.
This is why you.
Damn you, Siri.
I was looking. I thought someone was at the door.
This Siri responds to the word hard on, I guess.
Something else I can help with?
No, thank. Can you lower it, Rocky?
Stop, Siri, stop. Anyways, so this is what I'm going to say about James Conner. James Conner, going into the 12th week of the season, which was when he was injured, he was actually the running back number 14 in the league, running behind a terrible offensive line with Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Huh?
Kenyon Drake had 264 touches, which was the 9th most in the league, 19 touches per game. And Arizona had the 6th most rushing plays in the NFL last year.
Uh-huh.
Here's something else I found interesting.
But how many of those were Kyler Murray?
Yeah, okay, that definitely got him
That's a little skewed, I'm
to
saying.
6, yeah.
Okay.
But still Kenyon had the 9th most running plays in the league last year. And here's something I found interesting about Chase. They don't trust Chase. I don't know why. Maybe something they're seeing in practice. But the reality is they brought Connor in, and I think they brought him in to be the bell cow back. Chase had, guess how many carries he had within the 5-yard line last year?
0.
Okay. Even better. He's had one carry inside the 5-yard line his entire career.
Yeah, I was close.
Well, I mean, so you figure they had David Johnson before that, who they paid a shitload of money to, who was doing it all before that injury, and then he just fell off a cliff. Chase comes in. Chase does very well. Chase is, unfortunately, he's gotten what the James Robinson treatment is this year. What have you done for me lately? Chase Edmonds came in. He performed admirably, but they still weren't sold. They're like, you're not a high draft pick. We're not paying you a lot of money. We don't know if we can trust you, right? So then they go out and they get Kenyon Drake, who honestly, we talk about Jadeveon Clowney with the one play scoring a high contract. Kenyon Drake scoring that fluke touchdown on like the million lateral play against New England, scored him this contract.
Right.
And then, they used him. And honestly, aside from a couple of big runs, I think Drake was very pedestrian.
I 100% agree. And I think Connor looked pedestrian last year, but I would say it was more because of the line than him. Line. I think he's going to be the bell. And again, I don't know why they don't like Chase. When I look at him, I see a competent running back, but they see him a lot more than I do.
Yeah, that's the thing. The money tells you that they don't believe in him.
That's right. And so
because whether Drake was, he had David Johnson and Drake, and now they're going out and getting these guys when they have this guy in the building already.
Right, and you didn't sell James Conner into taking a reduced contract by saying you're going to be an afterthought. So I think they're going in with him as being.
Well, I don't know that James Conner's going to command a high contract anyway. I mean, he had that good season after Le'Veon opted out or held out or whatever the hell he did. But for me, I'm on the other end of the spectrum. I think nothing says that we trust you more than making you the third down back. And Chase Edmonds has been the third down back.
Yeah, but how's that worked out for him, fantasy-wise?
Fantasy-wise,
a ton of receptions. And then he proved to be a competent runner, too. His yards per carry was higher than Kenyon Drake's.
Right, but if you're going to go with a third down back, there's probably other ones I'm looking at along with Chase.
Like Kenyon Drake with Vegas this year, maybe?
Right. Yeah, but to me, Connor was, running back 14, that's a valuable back on my team last year behind a terrible line in an offense that refused to run. And he was still 14th. I think he actually can produce. So I don't want to belabor this point. Just trust that I'm correct in almost everything I say.
We shall see.
You
taking notes?
I'm taking notes.
You writing this down?
Yeah, I got it up top underneath the hat.
It's got it recorded. So, all right, who's going to go next?
I think it would be Mark.
Are we going round table? All right.
Marcus.
So, all right. You gave me shit for the Taylor pick, saying that it's not really bold. I am.
Yeah, you're so scared to be wrong.
No, I'm prefacing all my picks with, so I'm basing these on ADP, right, in the drafts, just because I'm doing a bunch of drafts. So my next one is Mixon. And the reason why is because up until a couple weeks ago, you don't like that one. I'm boring Rocky already.
No, I'm just very I'm tired and old.
up until a couple weeks ago, Mixon was actually going in the third round. And now I'm seeing him go early second. And I think people are on to the fact that if he stays healthy, Mixon he's going to be a quality back. I think Mixon returns to form. I think Mixon, my bold prediction is I think Mixon is probably a top 4 producing back this year. 2020, he had 119 touches through 6 games. Gio played all 16 games and was his replacement for the last 10 and only touched the ball 5 more times. Now Gio's gone, and that brings an additional 59 targets. So since he's coach, just went on record today or yesterday saying that we don't ever want to pull Mixon out of the game.
His offensive coordinator.
Yeah. And they don't want to pull him out at all. And it shows. They don't have anybody behind him. He's had back-to-back 1,400-yard overall seasons, rushing and receiving, the 2 years prior to injury last year. Through 6 games, he had 24 looks per game between touches and also targets, 4.1 yards per carry. I don't know. I think this might be, I think you could get him as a steal. I think this might be his return to glory. I know the arguments, hey, he's only scored 25 touchdowns in his career thus far, 4 seasons under his belt. But I see an offense that's young, that's going to try to open it up with Burrow and the weapons that they've gotten him on the outside. And I think you're going to see the running game really flourish, and he's a capable catching back. I'm saying 25 to 30 touches a game. I'm saying 2,000 plus total yards, 75 receptions, and I think he's going over 20 touchdowns this year.
Wow.
And if I'm going really bold, I actually think he's going 25 touchdowns overall this year.
Yeah,
I think
that's pretty bold.
I mean, he's primed to explode. The only thing that I think is
like
going
that, don't
to
you?
kill the only thing that's going to kill this is another injury.
Suck one.
Yeah,
So-
that's 25 touchdowns is bold. You got to
Yeah, 20. That is bold. I think he's overcompensating, but that is bold. But I'll agree with you though, because I did have Mixon written down too, and same reasons. I actually had him. I think the bold take is that he'll finish number 1 overall, but I think you're right. You're saying the same thing I am.
I would feel more comfortable saying he's a top 3 back. I'm uncomfortable saying 25 touchdowns.
That's because you're afraid to put your huevos on the table, man.
No, it's because you've got T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. You've got whoever tight end. I'm not even sure who they have right now.
Well,
For a guy wearing a bold shirt, you better
let's
start
be
making
clear.
some bold predictions.
All these
friend.
predictions we're making, obviously, so it's a qualifier saying, yeah, we don't know if any of this is going to happen. But the bold part is,
it's bold.
kind of being bold, so saying, yeah, he's going to finish there. And
All right.
yeah, we all feel more comfortable taking a little bit of the heat off of us, but that's what makes it bold.
So what do you got?
So last year, well, just to dovetail, when he did play those 6 games, he had the highest opportunity rate in the league for running back. So to your point, even with Gio there, he was the guy,
Oh yeah.
obviously. And yeah, I think even with Higgins there and whatever else they do, he's going to be the focal point with their quarterback coming off a horrendous injury of the offense. So where I'll go is one that I know you guys are probably going to hate is I'm going to say that Kyle Pitts will finish outside of the top 10 tight ends in PPR formats. Reasoning, well, you can play the thing.
That's my soundboard.
So my reasoning is very simple. It's not, I'm not going to get extravagant with it. I mean, if Julio stays, which I think, even though I thought he was getting traded, I think he's probably going to be there for good now. And Ridley there, those targets, they're still going to get fed. And I think if we just get into a football conversation with scheming, I think most teams that go up against this team are going to feel more confident covering those guys on the outside with a corner and giving help to cover Pitts where the mismatch is, whether they're in a base defense with a linebacker or they're running a nickel with a smaller slot on them. I think the extra help might go to him. He'll get more attention than a typical rookie tight end would. And then the other point is this: since the year 2000, this century, there's only 2 rookie tight ends that have caught more than 700 yards. That was Jeremy Shockey and Evan Ingram. So it's a hard nut to crack for a rookie tight end. So, I think the top 5 projections for him I think those are bold. And I'm just being a little bold saying I think he'll fall outside the top 10.
So
and
you're
I
saying-
think he's also got, there's a pretty decent tight end ahead of him. So
Yeah, we're not even talking about, yeah.
Yeah, so I tend to agree with you in that I think some people are over projecting him based on his possibility, but it may take a while to get into the actual flow.
Well, that too. I just think there's so many guys out there that need the ball. Jesus, my voice. I don't know what's going on with me.
So you're saying it's your bedroom philosophy, not enough balls to go around.
Oh, I got more than enough balls to go around,
think,
Mark. And if you wanted to
No, I
find
meant
out, you
receiving.
could. Okay.
I meant receiving,
All right.
not enough balls to go around.
No, I'm never receiving
There's
enough.
nothing wrong with that.
Never receiving any balls.
Nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with what?
Receiving
balls.
Well, in my bedroom there is. If it's me, I'm receiving no balls in my bedroom. I don't know about you guys.
But if you did, we wouldn't.
Wait.
we
that
wouldn't-
is fine.
we
No,
wouldn't
if I
think any
did, hey, listen,
differently.
if I did, I'd be all about it. I'd tell you about it. Draw a picture.
I feel like have you ever eaten a meatball in your bed? Because I feel like you have.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Have you?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
What haven't I not? I mean,
I'm just saying your bedroom's upstairs in your house, so then you take the meatball upstairs.
No. My bedroom.
No, he's got a microwave on his nightstand.
My bedroom is downstairs. Thank you.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and there's
that
nothing
makes
better than reclining while you're eating.
that feels terrible to me.
Oh no, the Seinfeld episode where he was eating, watching TV, and having sex.
Yeah.
Triangle,
That's right. Yeah.
Perfect.
That's
anyways.
funny.
All right.
Yeah. So cow pits.
Was that the same? That was the same episode where he kept the hoagie under the pillow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So my
Put
next,
the earpiece in. Oh, yeah. Listen to the Yankees game.
my next bold prediction, and I think this is bold. I know you guys are going to maybe qualify it, but we haven't seen much from this person in 2 years.
Yeah.
There was a lot of smoke about a trade where he would be gone, but I'm going to say that OBJ is going to catch 1,400 yards,
Okay.
12 touchdowns
In Cleveland.
Well, no, next year. 101 receptions, and he's going to throw for 4 touchdowns too.
Okay. See.
So
there you go. You
and
lost me.
Here's why I'm saying that.
Did we say go bold, not insane?
I was on board with you.
He is a great passer.
Yes, sure is.
Yeah, he is a great passer.
A wide
Oh,
receiver
he's
1,
great.
quarterback 4.
I don't
I don't know if he's a great passer.
He's a good passer.
He's a serviceable passer.
and they've shown while he was healthy, right, in both seasons, the desire to use him in the Wildcat. He's thrown a touchdown to Jarvis Landry. He threw a touchdown to David Njoku.
Yeah.
He ran a touchdown in Dallas, maybe the most electric play last year in the entire season in the NFL. So that's my bold prediction is OBJ comes back to form.
That's Mitch Trubisky numbers right there.
Yeah.
Sure is.
That's actually
I don't know what that says more, that you're putting a lot of confidence in OBJ or you don't have a lot of confidence in Baker Mayfield for him to. I mean, he's not going to throw 4 passes and all 4 be touchdowns. So you're saying that he's going to have.
Yeah, you're saying he's going to go 4 for 4 TDs?
Why not?
I think you're saying
Stefanski is a great game caller, great play designer.
Another one.
I think OBJ could be 4 of 6 for 4 touchdowns.
6 attempts, huh?
Yeah, that's my bold prediction.
All right, good. It's bold.
Yeah.
all right.
So let's talk about the rest of it. Yeah, I think that he can return to form. I don't know, man.
He was what? He was the quickest to like 100, 200, 300 receptions or something.
He had the best starts of his career of anybody, basically, up until
first 4 year.
Jefferson's first year last year. But I think he missed 4 games his rookie year too.
Yep, he was suspended for 4 games. Right? Was he?
No. Calf injury.
Yeah.
He's never been suspended.
He was sucking cocaine off a hooker in the bag.
Wow. Well, first of all, allegedly
taking steamers
First
in the
of
chest.
all,
Not allegedly.
Allegedly.
Actually, fact.
We don't know that to be fact. You know, Mark.
in
you
New
think
York.
about the thing about Mark is Mark reads these things. Like Mark was telling me about Twitter whores earlier, and I'm like, how do you know this stuff, Mark? Mark just dives down a hole.
What is a Twitter whore?
I don't know, man.
He doesn't know. But my point is that Mark just takes these things and runs with them. I mean,
there's ones that they get on TikTok that you like.
Here we go.
The reason why, I'm like always on alert for this stuff because, my oldest likes to watch TikTok videos, and a lot of times you can't like filter through that crap. So
well, you can. There's parental things on there.
There are, but there's still ways like the For You page or whatever the hell it is for like the most viral things. Like, you just gotta be a little careful.
We're vigilant
because they trick you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It puts Mark in a precarious situation.
But Mark, see, here's the thing though. Mark is, he's doing his due diligence as a parent on TikTok.
Meanwhile,
but he's going the extra step to check out their Twitters, which is
he's looking. What are you
making
watching?
Sure,
honey? Why are you watching?
He's doing the work.
I'm doing the work, honey.
It's research.
I got to make sure.
Sacrificing.
Make sure.
Yeah. I got to know who to block.
So that's apparently how he came across the tape. Odell.
Then you go through the friends lists and you make sure you block all the friends that are on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me stop by saying,
kidding.
Even the fact that it could be alleged, there's something disturbing.
Yeah.
That somebody would want that.
It could just be somebody making up a story.
But there are people that want that.
Yeah, there are, but it's pretty ridiculous.
Stop right there.
Come on,
humanity. We deserve to be devolved into chaos. Like The fact that somebody wants.
Let's not get into social theory and.
Anyways, let's go to our next bold prediction.
Who's just making up the fact that he likes to take poo on his chest during
Somebody
a
that
sexual
wanted
encounter?
to sell a story to whoever TMZ.
Okay,
But he didn't come out and he wasn't like, "Hey, I'm holding a press conference. I
Feeling
don't like poo on my
Well,
chest."
because then if you address it, you give it.
What, I thought we were in
More
the Christmas tree
credence.
with
Yeah.
in the nest, are we not?
or
You fan the flame by addressing it.
or you don't
If
talk about it
everybody
because you
was
want to
running around
continue to
saying-
take poo on your chest and you don't want it to be a big media
Yes,
thing.
man. Hey,
I
I just don't like.
understand.
I don't believe everything I hear.
But I don't
If
understand.
I believed everything I heard, you wouldn't be sitting here right now.
I don't understand where we've come, like how we found ourselves in this position as a society.
We're talking about okay.
Shock culture. That's
enough.
how we ended up here.
No.
We cracked the door for shock culture, and shock culture.
It's only gonna get
culture
better, Rocky.
took over.
It's only gonna get better.
All right, so let's
Thanks,
go to our
thanks a lot,
next.
Howard Stern, with your shock culture.
That's fair, right? Okay, let's go to our next bold prediction.
All right,
and
so let's
hope it
segue
doesn't
in.
involve poop.
Well, let's
Some
hope,
poop, maybe a little bit of poop, but not.
let's hope not. Well, maybe have the opponents shitting their pants. How about that?
All right,
There
Let's
you
go
go.
from one homer pick to another.
Oh
Let's
wow.
go Justin Fields.
yeah, this is a homer pick.
This is a homer pick. How can I not be ecstatic about this dude, right?
You were ecstatic about Trubisky, I bet, a couple years ago.
Sure was.
Not really. I didn't
Oh,
like the
come
fact that no. So you got to get behind your guy, obviously. But
Well,
I
you
was
do,
not
yeah.
happy that they traded up to get. All right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
What are you guys laughing at?
Nothing wrong with that.
That's kind of funny.
All right,
All right, just keep talking, Mark.
so talk about
What was
Fields.
his chuckle? It was a belly chuckle, man. He found that funny. So anyway, so Justin Fields. I mean, honestly, this guy, he's bringing it all. He's bringing it all to Chicago, right? He can run. He's accurate.
Yeah.
He goes through his progressions.
There you go.
He's calm. He's confident.
What else?
I think he is the right guy to run this offense because with Trubisky in there, they had to tailor this offense to a mobile quarterback that couldn't go through progressions. Now, that offense is already set for a mobile quarterback. You already got guards that are pulling. You already have a running game that's solidified. You have your passing back. Like this is an offense meant for a mobile quarterback, and you bring in a mobile quarterback that's accurate that goes through his progressions.
Yeah.
I think Justin Fields is going to have a phenomenal year in
Phenomenal.
Chicago. Phenomenal. Rookie of the year.
Whoa!
Wow. He sounds like he's ready to give Justin
There's-
a massage.
There's my bold prediction.
I definitely felt the table
No
move.
towel.
I will filter
You
your
wouldn't feel it.
I will filter your Twitter for you, Justin Fields, like what Watson's PR guy should have done for him. I will make sure that no Twitter whores can get to you,
There you go.
and there's no controversy in Chicago. Justin, let's get it done.
All right.
Little ass
is
rub action.
Rookie
Little
of the
ass
year.
massage?
Return to playoffs. Wait, let's keep going with this. Return to playoffs.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna let you spin out of control because we're gonna bring all this
Yeah.
back up. And I'm
Rookie
a
of the
pretty big
year,
Justin.
playoffs. Okay.
I'm a pretty
NFC
big
championship
Justin Fields.
game.
Okay, this is getting
Wow.
it's getting deep. Okay, so
You're off
you,
your meds, man.
you heard it here first. I'm a pretty big Justin Fields fan, and I'm like, whoa,
Quick,
whoa.
somebody get him a pizza.
Yeah.
Bring him back.
Okay, so that is bold. Rookie of the year is a bold prediction. I like that. All right, Phil, you got another one?
Ah, man, I got a couple. Which one do I want to go with here?
I got so many. So
Okay.
many.
I'm very important. I have
No, I really
Many
have various.
and my partner
Let's see here.
smells of
You know
rich
what? I'm gonna go with
mahogany.
Hollywood Brown having less than 60 receptions. Is that bold?
No, this is the least bold of all
Didn't
predictions.
he
All right,
have like
so-
didn't he have like 58 receptions last year? I mean,
Oh, let's say, okay.
So they got Watkins and a rookie, and he's going to catch 8 less. All right,
Hey, you know what? You know what?
you should have worked
Okay,
this
you
through.
got it. Yeah, sorry. All right, so we'll go with Clyde Edwards-Helaire being a top 5 running back next year.
Okay,
in Kansas City or in the NFL?
No, in the NFL.
In the whole one said, wow.
Well, the thing was, I didn't write
that's
the
bold.
numbers down, but his rookie numbers, the only thing that was really missing to put it on par with like Miles Sanders' year and wow, I'm forgetting this guy's name. A couple other recent rookie running backs that had pretty legit numbers. he was just missing the touchdowns. I think
He was.
a lot more productive than people realize, and I think it's because he was overhyped, and then the showing he had on the season opener kind of made it seem like he was going to be
The real deal.
160 something yards. Looked pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
But I mean, Dash is gone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think the hype last year's died down so much coming into this year that I think you can get value with him, and I think he has a chance to break the top 5. I think he's a guy that you could probably get in a value spot, and he might. The thing is, just looking at the numbers from I should have wrote the numbers down, but I think he had 53 receptions. I think he had just over 800 yards rushing. I might be wrong on that, but the numbers were reasonably. I thought they were going to be a lot lower. When I went and looked at the number, I was surprised, and being that Dash is gone, I just think he has a chance to maybe acclimate a little bit better and break the top 5. I just think the usage is going to be there.
So if somebody
and I kind of pulled that out of my ass, so sorry about that.
if somebody hits on him, if somebody hits on him, then that could be a league winner. Like if they're putting the stock in that you're saying into him, because you're seeing him go mid to late second, early third round.
And that's what I like about this pick because, listen, if you have one of the first 3 or 4 picks, you know you're going to get CMC.
Dalvin Cook,
you're going to get one of those
Kamara.
guys. That doesn't prove anything or make, that doesn't surprise me or make me think you're special. It's when you're rounding out of the first round, going into the second round, trying to find that next running back. And
You find the value.
Yeah, and I think CEH could actually be a value pick in a lot of these leagues.
Now he's got a lot of the tools. I remember thinking that first game, I was like, oh man, they found somebody that fits right into that Kareem Hunt role.
Yeah.
But Kansas City scares me. I mean, they have a ton of weapons, and Andy Reid is always looking to add more weapons. I just read this morning that they're potentially looking to add Todd Gurley. I mean, Todd Gurley was kind of a shell of his former self, but he's still touchdowns. A competent back that scores touchdowns and catches the ball. I feel like Kansas City's always looking to add dudes that cuts into other guys' like fantasy ceiling.
That's fair.
It's why for me it's just hard to pull the trigger on him. But if he is Kansas City's guy, yeah, by all means, he's got the potential to definitely be one of the highest scoring backs in the league.
All right, I'm going to keep us moving and go to my next pick, and I would say you all should listen to this. And really, I mean, this is
unlike the first two that you.
Yeah, this is like pearls before swine. Listen to me. We're going to talk about who the best rookie.
I don't know what that means.
It's a biblical reference, so I'm not surprised.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah. So. Best rookie wide receiver this year, right? So I fell down the rabbit hole and looked at the top 20 receivers from last year, and 17 of them have one thing in common, and that is, you want to guess? I feel like
they're black.
I knew. Oh,
they
God.
all. I almost went somewhere really bad.
Am I wrong?
I think he would have punched me. Okay, no, this is what they all have in common. 17 of them 6'1" or more.
Okay.
So what we're seeing is a trend because I'm looking at only 3 were 5'10" or less. And those 3 now, they were special, right? You got Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, and then Tyler Lockett. Those were the 3 that were below 6 or 5'10".
In the top what?
Top 20. Everybody else was 6'1" or almost 6'1" or more.
So size matters.
I thought Cole Beasley finished in the top 20, didn't he?
Not by the ranking I looked at. He may have been, because this may have been a half-point PPR.
Oh, gotcha.
So what I'm going to say is there were a crap ton of receivers that came out this past year. You got De'Ami Brown, Marshall from LSU. You had Waddle, Smith.
Chase.
The guy from Minnesota, Bateman. Elijah Moore. You had Chase. I'm going to end the suspicion. I'm going to end any controversy. The one you want to target, the one you want to trade up is the rookie of the year. I'm sorry, not Justin Fields. Jamar Chase, who is a stout 6'1" with a 215 build. He is going to do a Justin Jefferson. Right? He's going to have that kind of year, I think a little bit better. 95 receptions, 10 TDs, and yes, he will be the the rookie of the year next year in the NFL.
I think he is going to have a tremendous season, and it's funny because I liken him to Jefferson as well. I think we're starting to see that transition now in wide receiver coming out of college into the NFL, and I think Chase probably has the best physical presence out of all the receivers that came out.
Right.
Does he have the most talent? I don't know, but when you put all of his intangibles together, guy that high points, big frame, he can run, aggressive dude, on a team that's looking for a target monster. I think he's set up for success.
Yep. He's got good protection around him with Tyler and with T. Higgins. So he's going to have to work for this, but I believe he is a difference maker and he's going to outpace all the other ones. In fact, I'm less bullish on players like Waddle and Moore after looking at this, and more bullish on guys like Marshall, who wasn't picked till the third round, I think, or late second round.
Yeah.
Again, because of frame and readiness for that NFL, the beatings they're going to take in the NFL.
Yeah. So you're saying Rondell Moore is not high on your list?
Rondell Moore is not. He's a deviation from the norm. He might be okay, but I don't think he'll have a long career. I just don't think you can be that small and not get beat up.
Yeah, I mean, how many of those tiny guys really come out and make an impact right away? I can
flash for a year or two.
I can only think of a couple recently. Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp's pretty small, and he's had a decent career. Deshaun Jackson was pretty small.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill.
Oh, yeah, Tyreek Hill. Yeah.
See, and Tyreek Hill was
Tyreek
small,
Hill just plays so much bigger than he is.
But he's big.
Yeah, I mean, 5'10" is bigger than I thought he was. I actually thought Tyreek was
He's solid,
smaller.
though. He's not a slight guy.
He's 185 pounds and 5'10", so he is pretty solid for his height. The game changer to me was Tyler Lockett. Like, I looked last year. I made a trade. I traded DK Metcalf.
We documented this.
Yeah, and kept Lockett, and I should not have. And had I gone down the rabbit hole last year, I would have reversed the trade.
Yeah.
So now you're a rabbit hole guy.
Messed up.
Yeah. You have to be, man. You got to get in the deep dives.
You got to get all the
rookie of the year.
You got to get down there, get these stats all over you.
Yeah.
You got to get dirt
how
on your
about this?
face.
Tallest receiver in the top 20.
Who's the tallest receiver in the top 20?
You're asking, or you're about to tell us?
I'm going to do both probably.
DeAndre Hopkins?
No.
Hopkins is 6'1".
Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams 6'1".
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
All right, so hold on. Don't talk.
Okay.
A.J. Brown.
A.J. Brown wasn't in my top 20, but again, that could have been because of just the one I looked at.
Panning through here.
Thielen, 6'2". I was surprised by that.
Yeah,
I didn't think he was that big.
Me.
Yeah.
Is it him?
A.J. Brown, I'm sorry, he is in the top 20. He's 6 foot even.
Oh, wow.
But he's very solid, 227.
Yeah.
So he's
that is solid.
So tallest receiver.
Dude, where are all the 6'4" receivers at?
There's not many.
There's not a lot of really tall. I mean, I'm going to tell you two you won't guess. Robbie Anderson, 6'3".
Yeah.
Marvin Jones Jr., 6'2". Didn't know that. Keenan Allen, 6'2".
Yeah. Mike Evans. How big is Mike Evans?
Mike Evans is the biggest at 6'5", 225. And the next biggest is Allen Robinson, 6'3", 209. DK Metcalf, 6'4".
He looks shorter in a Bears uniform, though.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's the shame. Like, you know how you hunch down?
Yeah, I wasn't trying to throw shots. He just does, though.
Yeah, I mean.
You guys realize you're talking smack on a playoff team last year,
He's
right?
a little
Have some
embarrassed.
respect.
No, they're
He's
barely a
embarrassed.
playoff team.
Have some respect.
Barely.
Yes,
with
they
a
were.
B-E-A-R. Barely.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
All right, so who's next? We got
That
our
was
last one.
That was 4.
All right, so this is another fantastic.
Yeah,
No, it wasn't. It was 3.
I did 4.
Well,
That's
might
'cause
be
you
four,
cheated.
so we got
Oh, it's because we said that your one was crap. That's why.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did.
Well, we said yours was crap. I said yours was
Hollywood.
crap, and you just
I
went along
predict that
with it.
Hollywood Brown is going to again have.
I predict that Kelsey will be a good tight end. Sorry. All right,
guys, take Mahomes as your first quarterback. So,
Did you make it to the championship in your league last year?
Hollywood Brown will be marginal. All right, Ark,
I'm going to call him Bollywood Brown after that.
Give us your.
Sorry,
your fourth here.
India. Bollywood is just as.
Yeah, some good movies actually.
Well, now you made it
Terrible
bad
as
by
Hollywood.
saying. What are you saying sorry for?
Because you always have to say sorry.
For what?
I don't know. That's every
Just
time I turn on the news,
saying
it's always somebody
Bollywood?
apologizing to somebody.
You watch the news?
If you're
like on the computer, like when you bring up, like your home screen comes up and it's like so-and-so apologizes to so-and-so, or someone's demanding an apology from so-and-so. Everything's a freaking apology anymore.
If you're a white man in America, your life is spent.
Somebody get me out of here,
A lot of days apologizing to somebody.
Please get me
now
out of here.
everybody's apologizing to everybody. It's
Hey guys,
insane.
this is not what the people want.
So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go real quick, or do you want to go?
I was going to segue. Well, let me just say, I was going to segue into another frame comment, but no, let's go back to you.
Okay, so I'm going to make my last bowl prediction, and I am going to say after I fix my mic that Amari Cooper will not be the wide receiver 1 on his own team.
Oh,
So
why is that?
I think CeeDee Lamb, there's already the writing on the wall that CeeDee is going to become a better and better receiver. He's a better, I believe, a little bit better route runner. Every bit as quick,
More explosive,
and I think that Dak has
better looking.
I don't really know if I've seen him ever, but I do think that Dak, before the injury, was starting to work a real natural chemistry with CeeDee Lamb, and I think Amari Cooper's a really competent, good receiver who's been blessed to be in the right situation and has become the wide receiver 1 many times. I don't know if physically he's as gifted or as explosive as CeeDee
I don't
Lamb.
think he is.
I don't think he's as explosive. But how tall is Amari Cooper? Do you have him there?
We can find out.
6 foot, I'm guessing.
No, man. I think he's bigger than that.
I don't think.
But, Amari gives that, he's one of those big
I
physical
have right here.
dudes.
He's 6'1", 203.
6'1".
Yep.
He's a big physical presence, and, I mean, he gets open. He runs great routes. But, to your point, I think CeeDee Lamb is very explosive. I mean, even
CeeDee Lamb is 6'2", 198, so it plays into my belief that
Is he really 6'2"?
Yeah, taller receiver does better.
Some of those like lanky, skinny dudes don't look that tall.
Well, it's because when they're standing next to linemen that are 6'5", or a tight end that's 6'6", they look small. So, okay, that's my last one. So, Mark, let you finish the show up. So, another 20 minutes, people, and then we'll be done.
Yeah.
So, my last bold prediction is I'm bringing somebody back here.
Sexy back?
It wouldn't have been. I'm bringing Sexy back. It wouldn't have been bold a couple years ago, but he's declined a little bit in his numbers, and people have rightfully been skeptical of what he's able to produce. But I think Julio Jones returns to form, and again, I'm basing a lot of my predictions off of where you can get him. He is religiously going 5th to 6th round. If you can get Julio Jones in the 5th to 6th round, especially in best ball leagues, by gummit, soak him up. Bring him into your roster because he is going to put some serious points on the board. So you want to talk about frame. Julio is 6'3",
He's a
220. That dude is solid, right?
He is.
You bring in Kyle Pitts, who's going to demand attention. We talked about it, right? He's going to pull linebackers off you. You have Calvin Ridley and Russell Gage, who can stretch the field and they can run crossing routes like it's nobody's business. Larry Fitzgerald, who has been doing it forever in this league, has been documented saying to his rookie wide receivers when they play Atlanta, keep your eyes on number 11. That's the best that's ever played, right? Mm-hmm. He says that Julio is the perfect package of great route runner, elusive, he's speedy. He's got pop in his game, yards after the catch. He's big, he's physical, he high points, he does everything. I think, is he getting a little older? Yeah, but I mean, some of these wide receivers still do it when they're a little bit long in the tooth. And with all these other weapons to draw some of the attention off of him, I mean, you're talking about a dude that averages for his career 10 targets a game, averages 10 yards per target.
And 0 touchdowns. That's right.
Well, we'll get to that. So you're looking at just on targets. Targets alone, 100 yards a game. It's almost a given, right? But he averages 15 yards per reception across his entire career, right? So 10 seasons. But the touchdowns, he's only got 60. He's only got 60 in 10 seasons. But he's been the guy. And he's been the only guy for a while until Calvin Ridley comes along. And he's had some injury-plagued seasons playing with Ridley when Ridley rounded into form, right? Because Ridley didn't come right off of the map and, hit you up with a bunch of points. So I think now you bring in Pitts, you bring in Mike Davis to give him a respectable ground game. I think my bold prediction is that Julio returns to form. I think you're looking at about 140 targets this year, The most he's ever had was 200. He averages probably right around 130, 140, but for he's either 31 or 32 years old. I think you're looking at 140 targets. I think you're looking at 110 receptions. I think you're looking at 1,500 yards. And this year he's going to put it together with the touchdowns, 14 touchdowns.
Wow, that's bold. I'm going to give it to you.
Which is 4 more than his best season, which was his second season in the league. He had 10.
So does that work, no matter, because I was the one who last week made the argument that he was not going to be traded.
Yeah.
And now, I don't know if you guys heard, but today the Falcons released their graphics to their season ticket holders.
And he wasn't on the material.
Wasn't on it. So here's who was on it. You had
Calvin Ridley.
You had Matt Ryan, onside kick god Young Ho Koo, and A.J. Terrell and Ridley. No Julio Jones. So there's talk now again.
They were trying to be ironic there, I think.
Maybe so. But there's talk that there may still be a trade, and the trade may be to Green Bay.
Yeah, well, that would be something.
Yeah. I mean, it would probably be the only thing that would shut Rodgers up and keep him in the fold.
Those numbers.
He's shaking in his boots right now.
Yeah,
those numbers stand the reason if he goes to Green Bay.
I'm not talking about his numbers. I'm talking about your NFC Championship prediction for the Bears.
Again, pretty sure he got a hard off.
That ain't gonna matter.
So
okay.
Justin Fields is already a better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my God.
Okay, so that is a bold prediction. Both of those actually. That statement you just made is bold, and this.
Aaron Rodgers is an asshole. Is that a bold prediction?
Challenging me?
I don't think that's a bold statement. I think he is in fact an asshole, but Justin Fields being better, I don't know about that. So
I don't know about that either.
So guys, that's it. That's our show for today, right?
Yeah, that was good. I think me and you got about 20% in talking in, and he filled up the other 60, which is better than most days. So
I was reading all those DMs that all of our listeners are sending us. They said they like it when I talk.
They did?
You can't even get into the account, so
Yeah,
you didn't read anything.
Was that fake news? That might have been fake news.
Other than checking things out for your daughter, are you on TikTok regularly? You know what though, your TikTok is getting some traction. Several hundred views.
Let's hope
Yours
so.
had more though.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
we got to look at what we're working with here.
That's fair.
I only have 4 followers too. So
well, it's not your page.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Do you know what we're talking about?
Yeah, TikTok. People seeing
I'm
your
saying
stuff.
you're talking about your video.
I know that.
It's not on your page though.
You've been on that page, but I only have 4 followers. He's got more followers, so more people that are following him are going to watch his thing.
That's not how it works.
That is how it works.
Oh.
Yeah, people are attracted to
out in internet land
and elderly. You know,
the same amount of people that seen his seen yours because it's our page. Yeah, we don't have to get into this.
Double
right now.
more saw mine, but
well, yeah, I'm saying you double them up. I'm just saying it's the same amount of people.
All right, guys, listen. You can find us anywhere that you would look. We are on YouTube. We are on Instagram, TikTok, as we've mentioned, Facebook. We had a website. It just went down, so we'll get that back up and running.
Yeah.
We had a website?
theultimatefantasylockerroom.com.
Let's be transparent here.
Yeah.
We weren't using it.
We weren't using it.
Okay, so
anyways, guys, check us out.
You thought the website was being transparent enough?
We need subscribers, so please, our children beg you, go and like Mark's video.
Yeah, Mark needs to buy more sweet cowboy hats.
Yeah,
and I need more people checking the TikTok videos for the safety of my daughters.
Yes.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. We gained 19 subscribers last week. Let's keep going. Love you. Ask us questions.
Yeah, I don't love you.